Imagine waking up to the love of your life kissing your neck, only to realize the lips on your skin belong to a dying stranger wearing your husband's face. I'm Melody. And 3 nights ago, that stranger laughed and told me he was keeping the body. Tonight, I make him scream inside it. Stick around, if you've ever wanted justice that tastes like blood. If you've ever been robbed of the one person who made your world make sense, smash the like button right now. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because this 15-minute descent into sweet, ice-cold revenge starts now. My husband Seb smelled like library books and lemon hand sanitizer. First date, he asked if he could hold my wrist instead of my hand. Said skin on skin felt like sandpaper dragged across his soul. I laughed. Thought it was quirky. By month 3, I learned quirky had a name: obsessive-compulsive disorder, contamination subtype. Sex. Impossible. Every time clothes came off, Seb's brain screamed that my body was a biohazard. He'd curl into a ball, rocking, counting primes under his breath until the panic subsided. I told myself love doesn't need touch. I lied. Year 2, he started exposure therapy. Progress looked like this. Week 1, he touched my pinky for 4 seconds. Week 4, he let me hug him without a shirt barrier, 90 whole seconds before he gagged. We invented blowing kisses across the kitchen table like teenagers. It was pathetic. It was ours. I clung to the blown kisses the way drowning people clutch driftwood. A renowned OCD institute sat 4 states away. Seb insisted on driving the 12-hour stretch. I rode shotgun, Google Maps glitching, cornfields blurring. An 18-wheeler drifted lanes. Our sedan spun, flipped, glass exploded like brittle ice. I tasted copper. Seb's head cracked the steering wheel with a sound I'll hear in hell. Darkness. I woke to fluorescent lights and the chemical smell of lilies. Seb. My voice cracked like cheap plaster. A silhouette stepped forward. Bandaged skull, purple bloom under the left eye. But the smile. Seb never smiled with teeth. This man did. He leaned in, lips brushing my forehead. Warm. Real. My body sobbed before my mind caught up. He hugged me, arms strong, no flinch, no countdown. The nurse called it a miracle. I called it wrong. Discharge papers said, mild concussion, whiplash, monitor for PTSD. We pulled into our driveway at dusk. Seb, no, the thing wearing Seb, kicked the door shut with his heel, pinned me to the hallway wall. Hands everywhere. Mouth on my collarbone. I was touch-starved for 5 years. I let the avalanche bury me. Upstairs, sheets twisted, breath ragged. I was half dreaming when he whispered, "Do you know what cancer feels like, babe?" I mumbled, "You don't have cancer." His laugh vibrated against my spine. I don't anymore. Ice water replaced my blood. He rolled me onto my back, eyes glittering like wet obsidian. Filthy cash buys miracles. Melody. A brain-dead husk on life support, rich family ready to pull the plug. Transplant team that asks 0 questions when the briefcase is thick enough. Your husband's body? Pristine. Lungs like cathedral bellows. Legs that actually work. He kissed the tear sliding into my ear. I think I'm going to keep him. I played possum until he slept. Then I crept to his laptop. Password still Seb's childhood dog. Emails. Wire transfers totaling 1.7 million. Subject line. Harvest scheduled. Donor 47B. Signature. Dr. Lucian Graves, black market neurosurgeon. Attached. Seb's real MRI, brain flattened like roadkill. The man snoring beside me had murdered my husband with money and scalpels. I stood over him with the bedside lamp raised. One swing and it's over. But blunt force felt merciful. I wanted him to feel every second of the cage he'd built for Seb. I wanted him trapped in the body he stole, begging through Seb's lips. I lowered the lamp. Revenge needs architecture. Seb's greatest terror, contamination. The thief now lived in Seb's skin, same nerve endings, same brain wiring. Transplant surgeons can swap organs, not personalities. The OCD was still there, dormant, waiting for the right key. I became the key. Morning 1. I accidentally used his toothbrush to scrub the toilet. He laughed, said germs were for peasants. Morning 3. I replaced his body wash with a formula laced with synthetic fecal coliform. Odorless, harmless, but the GCMS print would light up any lab. Morning 5. I wore latex gloves to cook, narrating aloud. Raw chicken juice on the cutting board. Oops, touched the faucet. Hope I didn't wipe it on the fridge handle. His left eye twitched. Seed planted. I ordered 500 live crickets, released them in the vents while he showered. The chirping started at 2 a.m. He stumbled out naked, clawing at his skin, convinced insects burrowed under the dermis. I feigned sleep. He showered for 3 hours, water scalding, reciting primes. 2, 3, 5, 7. The OCD stirred. I hung full-length mirrors in every room, angled so he'd catch his reflection mid-panic. Seb's face, Seb's eyes, staring back in horror. I whispered mantras I'd learned from years of therapy notes. You're dirty. You're infected. You'll never be clean. He started scrubbing his hands until the knuckles split. Blood swirled pink in the sink. His blood, Seb's skin. Beautiful. Return. I forged an email from Dr. Graves. Urgent follow-up. Transplant rejection risk. He drove himself, knuckles white, counting mile markers aloud. I'd already paid the real clinic staff to play along. They strapped him to an fMRI bed, told him the scans showed microtears in the blood-brain barrier, possible prion contamination. Prion. Incurable. Spongiform encephalopathy. He screamed until the restraints cut crescents into Seb's wrists. They sedated him with haloperidol, standard for psychosis, catastrophic for OCD. The loop closed. Touch equals poison equals death equals touch equals poison. 3 weeks later, state facility, locked ward. I visit wearing scrubs, bribed orderly. He's in a padded room, rocking, forehead raw from banging the wall. Seb's beautiful hands are wrapped in gauze mitts to stop the scratching. He sees me and crawls forward on his knees, Seb's knees. Please, he sobs through Seb's cracked lips. Make it stop. I'll give the body back. I'll confess. Just make it stop. I kneel, cup his cheek, gentle, the way Seb always wished he could. You wanted to live in his skin, I whisper. Now you'll die in it, one compulsion at a time. I blow him a kiss. He flinches like I've thrown acid. I walk out. Behind me, the screams start counting. 2, 3, 5, 7. Justice isn't always a courtroom. Sometimes it's a prison built from the victim's own nightmares. Seb is gone, but his body finally holds the monster it was meant to cage. And I sleep with the windows open, letting the night air touch my skin. Clean. If this story made your pulse race and your fists clench, smash that like button until it begs for mercy. Drop in the comments the most twisted revenge you've ever seen, or dreamed of. Subscribe and ring the bell, because next week we expose a wedding crasher who woke up married to karma. See you in the dark.